The following review is intended for entertainment purposes and targeted for adult fans of the series.
Hello there, heroes. I'm the Orange Ranger, and welcome to another Power Rangers Lightning Collection toy review. Today, as you can see, I've got the Dino Thunder Red Ranger from one of the latest waves of the Lightning Collection. Connor, that starter of soccer academies himself that didn't really know which of the dinosaur motorcycles was his, even though one was colored red. Just a lovely Ranger, and we're gonna get a look at this Dino Thunder Ranger here. So, spoilers, I actually filmed this review right after the MMPR pink and green one, and as I sat down to do it, I realized that I completely forgot on both of those figures to say anything about the boxes, but in my own defense, Lightning Collection boxes are Lightning Collection boxes at this point, with the exception of the new Spectrum boxes, which I have absolutely no interest in actively pursuing. If I happen to find a figure I'm looking for at Target and it is the Spectrum box, I'll get it, but as I've stated several times in these reviews, I am not interested in the boxes. I am interested in the figures that are inside. But in this case, we will take a look at the box. You know, this is the only figure I'm reviewing in this video, so we may as well. We can take a look here. You see what comes in the box there. Saber and the gun both looking pretty good. The spare hands, the head. Figure's looking very nice on the inside, I will say. We'll see how that holds up when I get it out. That art on the side there, we turn that way and it wraps around very, very nicely. I really like the kind of minimalistic Dino Thunder helmet style in this art style. It makes it look very fierce. Let me turn that way. Power Rangers Dino Thunder logo. Come over here. Ooh, you don't see that that flame effect is entirely hidden in the box, and it looks really neat. You also can't see this big T-Rex saber type thing. You can tell that I have a very clear memory of the names of the weapons on Dino Thunder. But I can also tell that's missing a bunch of paint, and they didn't even try to hide that on the back of the box. So cool. That pose looks alright to do there. We have the single panel art there, of course. Nice shade of red on the top. Oh my gosh, I wonder where I got this GameStop $22.99. There he is. Let's get the box open and take a look. Bit of a rarity. 2 open hands for our red dino friend. One has slightly more reachy fingers, one has slightly more grabby fingers. There is Connor, there is the Dino Thunder Red Ranger, and as usual, I have some pros and I have some cons. The Dino Thunder logo on the chest, and some people kind of criticize it because the suit is primarily red and white, and then you have this black and gold stamped on the center. And I tend to agree in general, but on the figure, for some reason, it's very striking. It just kind of stands out, and it's just it's really well done, and it's a really nice look there. I like the gold on the figure and the silver of the belt buckle and everything. The helmet seems pretty well done. And again, it has that helmet crease. I don't know if that's a newer detail. I don't remember seeing that on older figures, or at least not noticing it. Take a look at the back of the figure there. Not much to talk about, but very nice. Now let's get to a couple of criticisms. Biggest one there, you can see on the arms and the legs on both sides, they have joints, little peg-in joint points that they did not paint. So it's got polka dots on either side, and that looks real not good. That looks really bad. So that is unfortunate. The other is the morpher, which as you can see there is one little red piece of plastic. You can argue how necessary a detail it is to have that painted in, but it's just like we've gotten used to them getting tiny details like that painted. I mean, you know, you look at the Mighty Morphin figures, and every one of those figures has a properly painted morpher. Just because it's not on the belt, you know, get the colors and the detail on there. We know you're capable of it. This is probably one of the longest accessories I've ever seen included with a Lightning Collection figure. I believe it's accurate to size, although I think it could like shrink up and down. This thing looks like a pen. It looks like a pen. Dear Connor, your Tyranno staff is really big, but it could use some more paint on the head like I am about to show the camera. Sincerely, Orange Ranger. P.S. Tell Tommy to keep looking for, next page, the orange dino gem. I want those powers! Exclamation point. You can see there, not very well painted there. Could be a lot more detail. You have some gold on the bottom. It's just kind of interesting where they bother, you know, like this focus. This triangle here, black and gold, very nice, but otherwise it's a solid red piece of plastic. Just, Sean, we're tired of hearing you whine about details. Okay, fine, here's some nice weapons. These weapons are very nice. I love the blue and the black and the red. I have a feeling those teeth are probably painted. Maybe I'm wrong. The blade is silver. That's very, very nice. Again, this is a case with a transforming weapon where they gave you one of each, so you can choose which one you have on the figure, but you can't have them both out because that contradicts the canon and bugs people like me. I wonder how much of a bother it would have been to make a weapon for this figure that would have actually been transforming. I don't know. There's that. I mentioned it on the back of the box, but this fire effect part is absolutely beautiful. One of my favorite they've done so far. It looks a little bit like hair, but just very, very nice. Okay, ha ha ha, very funny. But seriously, there are 3 bikes. Which one's mine? There's Connor, and this is a whiff. This is one of those that, again, looks like maybe a Boom Studios comic trying to approximate Connor without getting too close to the actor, James Napier. Also looks oddly older. Like, this might be Connor today, but not, you know, when he was specifically the Red Ranger. This was the Connor that was in the Beast Morphers team-up, Grid Connection. And you just couldn't see his face because he never took his helmet off. He got a little bit of wrinkles. Happens to the best of us. There you go. So, I'm not trying to brag here, but I think this may be one of my personal best matching the back of the box yet. Connor's got some fire on his head, but but this gets an A+. I definitely think it stands exactly the way it is supposed to. Now I am looking over things for the comparison to back of box details. The shade of blue on the sword is a little darker, although I think the figures is more accurate. Like I mentioned, the staff is just as unpainted on the back of the box as it is in reality. The gold band around the triangle is thicker. Actually, looking at this side on this one, it looks a little smudged up, which is unfortunate. Interestingly, they seem to have the figure posed in a way where those unpainted circles that I mentioned aren't really exposed, so I can't speak to that one way or the other. I'm going to give it an A. I just spotted one other little detail. The paint around the visor is silver on the figure. It is white on the back of the box. Considering it's also white in the drawing, I'm going to say that that is accurate, so that does not seem accurate on the figure. That's going to drop it from an A to a B. Pretty good. They could have done a little bit better. I did not think this is what Dr. O meant when he said he wanted me on staff. That's going to do it for another Power Rangers Lightning Collection toy review. I give this one a completionist score kind of for your collection. What the heck am I talking about? This is one that I would recommend that you get if you really are into Connor, really are into Dino Thunder, or you're just trying to get all the Lightning figures. It's not one that like if you see it in the store and you're like, I don't know, should I grab this? Then I would say no. It's not going to do that much for you, but completing a set or, having an admiration for the character or the season, I think it definitely carries the aesthetic spirit of Dino Thunder in a satisfying way. But it's got some foibles that I think hold it back just a little. But it's good, I give it a 10 US recommendation overall, I guess, but I wouldn't say that you have to go out and try to chase this one down. Thank you so much for watching. I greatly appreciate it, heroes. Down below the video, let me know what you thought of this review and what you think of this figure. Do you like it? Do you not like it? Do you have it already? Are you going to go out and get it because of my video? Are you going to avoid it because of my video? Let me know all that down in the comments below. And while you're down there, make sure you smack that thumbs up button to let me know that you enjoyed this video. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel to see all of my videos. And if you'd like to lend any financial support to my channel, you can check me out on Patreon or Ko-fi at Orange Ranger Videos. You can also check out my Teespring store, which is also Orange Ranger Videos. I've got shirts, I've got mugs, I've got masks, just all kinds of stuff with my new and old channel logos that you can look into getting your hands on, and that money helps to support the channel. So I would greatly appreciate that. Until next time, heroes, may the power protect you.